Think that's a good intro? I just want to say thank you to Squarespace. Oh, I spat everywhere. I just want to say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you want to design and build a beautiful website, you can do it all in one place with Squarespace. Should I address my haircut first, since I didn't say anything and suddenly have new hair? Rocket and I were gonna go see his mum, and then I was like, oh wait, let me just do something. I got some scissors out, I was like, do. And halfway through I was like, it's so weird that I don't feel any regret. I don't feel anything, I don't even feel scared. I just finished cutting, I was like, oh no. I've just been like, dealing with my mistakes. Today, I'm gonna be making a video about some of my favorite things. I want these kind of videos to be more things that are pretty inexpensive, or they go towards like supporting artists or things that you have access to without having to buy anything. So let's begin. Let's go through some of my ARTMAIL. So these are things that I bought from artists. You know, when you want to just spend money, it's like a guilt-free way to do that because you know you're supporting someone and you're giving back to the creative community. The first bit of ARTMAIL that I got was from an artist based in Melbourne called Ghost Patrol, or David Booth. I really loved his work for a long time, and you should definitely check him out. I'll put his link down below, of course. So I initially ordered this Disruptive Whistle. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember. It's not very loud, wait. This sticker sheet, and as freebies, these two awesome little stickeroonies. I'm the kind of person that hoards stickers unless I specifically bought them to decorate something. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them, but they're so beautiful. There's a little face on it. On the back of this, it said something like, perfect for disrupting racists and sexists. So I was like, I need this. He's on social media. He's got a really, really cool website as well. Oh, there's another sticker in here. Whoopsie doodles. It's really, really good to support not only creatives, but also nice to support fellow Australian creatives. Next, an artist who I really, really like, who will appear twice in this video, Forsythe. Also, very cute stamp. I ordered a set of 20, I think it's 20 or 15 postcards from him. Let me see. Yeah, 20 postcards by Forsythe, never coming back. Forsythe is like a really, really, really incredible illustrator. I love his work. I also recently found out that he was the lead designer of Adventure Time for like seasons 5 and 6 or something, which I think is so cool. But his work is just so incredible. The thing that really invigorates me about his work is his use of color and also like mixed media. The contrasting colors, the use of pastels for lights as opposed to just using white, and also the use of like really, really rich colors to replace black. Oh, his work is so whimsical and so beautiful, and his children's books are really good too, but you'll see more of that in a second. Next, I got a delivery from Adam J Kurtz. On Instagram, he's Adam JK. So these are all the freebies that he got. So good. This little pencil, it's in my newest icon for all my social media. I don't know if you noticed that I took a new one. He gives a postcard, a little picture of him holding some bread, some stickers that you can cut out yourself, bookmark. And the thing that I ordered from him was a keychain. So Adam JK is like a very funny artist. His stuff is like kind of tongue-in-cheek. It's very, I don't know, I just really, really like his humor. Anyway, I got this little gold star that says you tried. Just a little reminder to say, it's fine. You're doing okay. He also sells these that come as a pin, which I think is pretty funny because if you can imagine like giving someone a gold star and being like, you're shit. It was kind of expensive to ship overseas, which is totally understandable. Essentially, I paid like $40 for a keychain. I think it was like an hour after I bought it. I found a keychain on the floor. Pretty ugly, pretty dirty, but I was like, oh my God. This is so much better now that it's come. I don't regret it at all. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is books. Favies books at the moment. So, most recent one I've read, Clementine Ford's Fight Like a Girl. I picked this up because I was speaking at a literature festival to promote Zoom and kind of talk to kids about writing and illustrating my own book. And one other author that was doing like a talk was Clementine Ford, who is a prominent contemporary feminist in Australia. I had my eye on it for like a couple of years, but only just decided to get it because I would have some time to read on the plane. I really love this book. I think it speaks to a lot of women's experiences, and it goes from being like her really personal story about her road to feminism, and then kind of talking about like society and structures that kind of create that inequality. Although she talks about the inequality she faces for being a woman in like contemporary Western society, she also acknowledges that she has a lot of privilege as a white woman. So I recommend everyone to read this. I really like it. But if you're a guy and you want to read this, you might find her a little bit prickly. I know like a lot of men hate Clementine for, which is kind of stupid. I just recommend reading it while remembering that this, like the thing that she's talking about isn't directly a personal attack about you. It's kind of a criticism on the society that we live in and the structures that create inequality based on gender. So, angry feminist manifesto, but it's filled with a really, really nice tone of voice, really funny humor, and it's a really, really easy read. I read it in probably like 1 to 2 days. And so if you're interested, grab it. I'm sure there's an audiobook if you don't have time to read. Yeah, I really, really liked it, so definitely recommend. Next, we got 112 more things to draw. So clearly this is like a sequel to something, don't know what it is. Basically, I was kind of redistributing my books into bookshelves, and I found this, and I had had this for like a few years. I just totally forgot about it. And so yeah, decided to get back into it. This is a prompt books. There's times where I have a lot of work based on the computer, business stuff, meeting, videos to make, etc. And so when I don't have time to draw, this is a really nice way to stay warmed up, a really nice way to kind of loosen me up for the day. And yeah, I'm really excited to do it. Okay, that's the end of the adults section of this video. Obviously this is my book. I created this book because I was not really a very academic learner, especially with subjects like maths and science. I was not interested. I was a very visual learner, so I wanted to create a visual device to teach kids about science or the solar system, and I thought using animals would kind of help them remember the size of the planets and then also help them remember the order. Before this book I was like, I don't know anything, and now I'm like, I can tell you the order of the planets. I can do it all. I spoke about this in the last video, but Zoom has now been released on paperback. We are selling the paperbacks in my store. We did pre-orders, and thank you to everyone who ordered this. I really, really appreciate that. And we're gonna try and keep Zoom stocked. If you're not in Australia or New Zealand, my store is actually the only place that you can get Zoom. Because while it's stocked in bookstores across the country, it hasn't been released globally yet. Moving on to other children's books, we have The Bad Mood in the Stick by Lemony Snicket with art by Matt Forsythe. This is such a gorgeous children's book. It's a really nice embodiment of a bad mood that kind of follows people around. Really, really cute character design here. Oh, the colors are so good. They're so beautiful. And the characters, they're just like seemingly so simple, but so full of life. Can't even. One of my personal favorites, Oliver Jeffers. Oliver Jeffers has to be one of my favorite illustrators, especially contemporary illustrators.
Send me, darling, send me.
This book made me cry in the bookstore. It's called The Heart of the Bottle, and if I was going to describe it, I would say that it's like a book about loss. And you know those books that are like how to deal with loss for children? I feel like it's a very clever and sophisticated version of that. Also a very engaging story. So basically it's about a young girl who one day her dad died and she had to figure out how to cope with that loss and protect her heart. And it's about kind of putting up those walls and then learning to take them down. Such a beautiful book, and like the full frame spreads, starry skies, like mixed media, there's collage in here. His work is so loose and fun, and yeah, he just makes it so believable. When you take off the dust jacket, look how pretty it is, it's amazing. Anyway, really important to buy physical copies, not just because you're supporting creatives that deserve it, but also seeing artwork in print. Like, it's so different to see an artwork on a little square and then see an artwork in a page in front of you. Listen up! First we have My Favorite Murder, which is a bit weird because the topic isn't as bright and happy as like my work or my vlogs or everything they put out there, but I just find it so interesting. So basically the hosts are two chicks that are like super obsessed with murders, which sounds so weird, but they find a way to make it really tongue-in-cheek. They come together every episode and they chat for a bit, and they also bring one murder that week, usually. So they speak in depth about what happened, what people heard about, like what the clues were, what the detective work was, the case and the outcome of the case, and kind of like what they think. And it's really interesting. A friend Madeline actually suggested it to me. Rocket showed me Lab a while ago, but I kind of wasn't like paying attention. I wasn't really interested. I found this acoustic version of I Like Me Better. I was listening to the lyrics, I'm like, these lyrics are so sweet. I love them. And then I basically started listening to I Like Me Better on repeat over and over. And then I found Paris in the Rain. And then I found Easy Love. And those are my 3 favorite songs. He's an incredible singer-songwriter. And they're calling him like the Heartbreak Prince or something like that. Baby, what's it called when they have an acoustic version? It's called... Yeah, but then he has these like unplugged versions of the songs and his voice sounds still so good. So I definitely recommend checking him out. Someone else that I've become obsessed with, actually both Rocket and I have become obsessed with them again recently, is Arctic Monkeys. Arctic Monkeys was a band that I listened to heaps as a teenager. Their first album especially. And they haven't released something for quite a while, but they will be releasing something in May, which I'm really, really excited for. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Peaky Blinders. TV-wise, Rock and I have just started watching Peaky Blinders because my dad suggested it. Oh my god! It's so...
We finished the whole dang thing.
No, we're only finished season 3 because that's all that is on Netflix. It's on Netflix, definitely go watch it. It's about a gang that was in the 1800s in the UK. We're in Birmingham, and basically they're called the Peaky Blinders because they keep razor blades in the peak of their hats and they slash people's eyes out. Anyway, it sounds very violent, but it's really, really good, and love it so much. So by order of the Peaky Blinders, watch the Peaky Blinders. I'm gonna discuss a few artists to follow, but I think I'm gonna do that in post, and then I'll talk a little bit and show you them and show you all the names, and all of their links will be below. Ready, go! I hope I got everything. I can't remember. I want to say thank you again to SQUARESPACE, which is another one of my favies. Basically, I'm going to include them in my favorites list too because I've used them for 4 years now. I remember Chris telling me about them and I was like, I don't know about this because I was a web designer at this stage. But then when I got it, I was like, oh my god, it's so easy, it's so amazing, I love it so much, the back end's so pretty, everything's great. And the templates are really, really beautiful. They have been for years and years. I think that SQUARESPACE has been in the forefront of website building platforms. The branding is beautiful. Have you seen those ads on YouTube? They're amazing. They feature creatives and basically they fulfill all my needs. They've covered my portfolio. They've covered my online store. They've covered my blog. So I don't have a Patreon page. I know some of you asked about that, and I'm really touched that you'd be willing to support me, but I just feel like I wouldn't be able to maintain doing that on top of everything else. So if you do want to support me, supporting my sponsors is a great way to do that because then they continue to sponsor me and allow me to make these videos for you guys. Another thing you can do is visit my store. I just released these amazing stickers. I have to say I'm in love with them. I know I never do this, but I wanted to say if you want to kind of stay up to date with my videos, hit that bell button. Wait, what do people say, honey? Hit that bell button, boys! You don't have to do it, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to be notified, because I make videos every 2 weeks and there's no specific day, and sometimes it's every 3 weeks. If you want to be more sure about when I'm posting, feel free to turn on notifications. You don't have to, I know it can be really annoying, but yeah, that's it. I hope you have an awesome day, and thank you for watching. Hope you like my yellow cardigan, which is like really, really old. And yeah, I'll see you very soon. I've got a new video coming up soon. Bye!
I stepped in another
another sharp piece of glass.
I dropped a jar the other day, didn't clean it properly. I keep stepping on glass, I'm sorry.
No, you don't step on any, but I've been bleeding all over
I
the
know
place.
exactly where they are. Oh, okay. Do you wanna plug these?
I'll plug them.
No, I'm gonna do it.
No. Coming from me, it's more authentic. So, these are incredible. They're beautiful. They're really well made, and these are biodegradable little bags. Lots of people use plastic. She uses cello and biodegradable. Good on her. She's a legend. These are good boy sticker sets, because who doesn't love a good pooch? Am I right? These ones.
I'll
are
explain
homemade
it.
stickers.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Well, there you go. I'm fired. I didn't even want to work here anyway. Bye, all.
This place sucks. There's not even any health benefits. Anyway,